we sold the N64 to buy a Sony PlayStation.
We did.
So we could play Final Fantasy VII.
That I remember. And I
this was
vividly remember
before
watching you
Ocarina
guys
of Time
play
came
that.
out, okay? This was before.
That's true, yeah.
It was
but not before GoldenEye.
What were we playing at that point?
GoldenEye was out. Was it not?
I don't think there was
No,
much
actually,
out.
it was Yoshi. It was Yoshi
had, like,
Island.
Mario 64, and we had Wave Race. And like,
oh yeah,
Wave Race. But like, that's all we were playing. It's like, well, what's the point? Like, what do we?
Wave Race.
Like, I don't feel there was a lot of
Nintendo
early games, early good games
man.
for 64.
Watch your mouth, man.
There were some good ones. Like we played like GoldenEye, like you said. I think that came out after though. Ocarina of Time, one of my favorites of all time. Came out after.
That was just a.
I think there's too many games like I can even list as my favorite game. Yeah, that's why I have actually, Daniel, I have a question for you. For you. This was a specific question I wrote down for you. Right. Being much younger, I don't remember exactly how old you were when like this was all happening, buying the consoles. Like we're buying N64, we're selling this SNES. Daniel's just sitting there doing like he's 4 years old.
His diapers.
Yeah, like he's not doing anything to like make decisions with us. We're just doing this shit. You're along for the ride, I wrote down.
Yeah,
so what do you remember about those early days, about like the consoles? We're buying Super Nintendo 64, we sold it, whatever, we bought a PS2 on your birthday 1 year.
Yeah.
What do you remember about
Mom waited
that?
in line with us.
A couple of things that stand out are I don't remember at all you guys buying the N64. So that I have no memory of actually you purchasing it, bringing it home. All I know is that I used to like race to your room after school and be like, I want to play Mario 64. Or like I'd go
6. Daniel was only 5 years old.
Yeah, very young.
So, and then like mom would take me to the video store and I'd rent GoldenEye to like play by myself. And then like
renting games. Remember
I used to
rent fucking games? Bro, that doesn't happen anymore.
And then remember that little rich fucking kid who used to rent like 10 64 games and he'd take them all and we'd be like, motherfucker.
Yeah, I just dropped $50. His mom to drop $50 on renting 10 games. Like they were $5. Yeah. Like probably $5 for 2 days or something. Man,
but beyond that,
$50. Here you go. Go get some games. Just take all of them, please. I will have all of the games, and I will take them for 1 week each. It's like, okay, kid, $100. Here you go. Oh, okay. Well, we're out of games now.
Wow, that pissed me off. I remember that.
Yeah, that was fucking annoying.
I don't remember you also getting the PS1 either.
Daniel just would show up home from fucking kindergarten and be like, cool. It's something new. Yeah, let's go just play. Like, I had no idea what was happening.
I do remember whenever you sold the PlayStation 1 and I left Metal Gear Solid Disc 1 in it and you guys sold it and you didn't get the fucking thing. So way to go. Yeah. That's on you guys.
Yeah.
Because I was playing it because I love playing the VR missions. Everything else was a little too complex for me to
We were able to get a backup of the first disc though.
Yeah,
and we had
something like that.
We had a mod chip in the PS2, did we not? Yeah. To play
something like
backup, so we could play the Metal Gear Solid Disc 1 because it was backwards compatible.
I remember that.
We sold the PS1 to get the PS2, which I bought on your birthday. We went to Walmart at 5 a.m. Mom drove me to Walmart. Were you there, Nathaniel? Were you with us?
Now, let's take a second. Yeah, that PS2 was next gen.
That's a
big
remember
release.
That? That's a big drop.
That was huge.
PS2,
that was fucking huge. When we played the fighting game there, my mind was melted. Like, what was it called?
See, that's where my memory starts. Like, I remember that night, or I remember at least that first few days when you bought Tekken. It was Tekken 2 or something.
No, it wasn't Tekken.
Are you sure?
What was it? With the chicks with the huge tits.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Dead or Alive.
Dead or Alive.
It was Dead or Alive 2 hardcore.
I remember Tekken.
Yeah, that's true. That's fucking hilarious. It's like, what did you play?
I remember that.
Mom come down. What's this? Just tits.
Why'd your dick out of your pants?
It's like, what?
Put your dick on. Put your dick on.
Get away! What are you doing?
Just
what
my
are you watching?
joystick.
Mom. Oh, it's my joystick, Mom. What?
He's like, oh, okay.
Oh,
Can't see it.
That big black joystick. The Atari actually had that with the
I remember that.
The little platform, the red button, and a stick. Fucking funny.
Yeah.
Well, we could get back to our favorite games of all time. We were talking.
We could do.
We were talking about Zelda, and now maybe I can include the whole Zelda franchise maybe in this, but but
I think franchise counts.
You think so? Because that's I have two specifically.
I would choose
Link to the Past.
I would choose
and Ocarina of Time. Like I have a lot of
Link to the Past
games of all time.
God.
Yeah, Link to the Past. I mean, I remember staying home from school on snow days, and I would just jam
that game was
on Link
sick.
to the Past.
Yeah.
Fucking hook shot. I remember when I got that hook shot for the first time. Holy shit. When you get that hook shot for the first time, that's a special feeling.
The music in that game too. That's when it
the music.
That's when music really started popping through games, man. Was not like 8-bit shit like beeps and blops, you know?
Yeah,
it was
Super
like
Nintendo.
16-bit at that
That's
point.
true. Yeah. It was Super Nintendo.
So there was more information to use, I think.
Yes, more resolution. It was more resolution.
More blips.
Higher,
lower blips to use.
From me, that's where my love of video game music, or not even video, just music in general, came from, was actually by proxy listening to you guys play all those games, because I wouldn't be playing them. I wouldn't be able to relate what you're playing. Like, I don't know. Like when you were playing Final Fantasy VII, I was still playing with my toys. When you were playing Link to the Past, I would watch, but I wouldn't know what's going on in any of them. All I knew, the back of my hand, was the music all the time.
That's true. He would always be like, doo-doo-doo-doo. He'd be playing with his toys and
I remember that.
Yeah, and humming.
Watch this.
Yeah, and we could get you to sing anything. We could get you to sing anything. We started.
It's true.
We would start singing
playing with
something,
Lego.
And then you'd be playing with your Lego, and you'd be like, and start singing what we were singing. Then we would just
because I had to finish it. You had to finish it. Can't leave it unfinished. So that's where I first started hearing all the video game music, and I was like, that is awesome music. And of course, as time went on, a big one was Chrono Cross. The music for that one was, to me, top shelf.
Okay, so are you saying your favorite games here? Are these your?
I'm just saying that's just me being.
Well, is Jonathan done with his favorite games? You can name a couple more, Jonathan.
I got a lot. I got a list here. Holy fuck! It's long as
me too.
Well, try to say your top favorite. Don't have to be in order. Just your top couple of favorites. You know.
Okay, well, I got to say Ocarina of Time.
We could go on. We could go on forever.
Yeah, we're 35 minutes in already.
We could go on forever, baby.
Although we're gonna cut it, so it'll be shorter. We don't have to. You know what I mean?
It's just us talking. Daniel's cut out every time.
Blowing my nose.
We'll edit that out. And it's Daniel's Completely covered by something else. And his audio track's not there. Okay, Ocarina of Time, one of my favorites. I think obviously because how much I loved Link to the Past, this was the next one. This was the one after, right? And it was just I loved Link to the Past so much.
So Link to the Past.
This was a story-driven adventure game. This is the first story. Not the first. I guess the Link to the Past would have been the first story-driven kind of adventure game, but this was the first 3D adventure
fantasy
game, and it was fucking Zelda. It was unreal.
They blew it. They blew it out of the water there.
Yeah, what I said, the music was so good, and we had already sold the N64 at this point because it wasn't right. We had sold it before it came out because I remember.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never owned a 64 with Zelda.
We played it at Matt and Luke's. And
that
came out, and we were like, holy shit. Like we're
Yeah.
up, we would go to
We
bed.
gotta get a
and we'd
64
laid
again.
up.
Yeah.
We would wake up early, wake up at like 7, and we'd go, and one of us would play, and we'd just watch.
That I remember. I remember watching you guys.
We
play
had
it
a
at
PS1
Maddox.
at that point already. We already sold it.
Yeah.
And so I remember going back home when we were gone from Toronto. I wanted to play it again. I had to play it again. So we went and rented a 64. Do you remember that? We rented the console so we could play it and beat it. So I rented it for a week, I think, and we had to like get through the whole thing in a week.
Speed play or whatever the hell. Like
it was
speed
crazy.
beat.
It was, and like it cost so much. You had to give like a big deposit for the system and all this shit. Yeah, that was crazy.